I strongly believe that humanity, humankind, has given birth to those individuals and those groups who have changed the course of history. So I always believe that those who clap or criticize sitting outside the fence are not the creators of the history. History is created only and only, I repeat, when some people have courage to jump inside the ring without worrying their defeat or their win. They will jump and they will change the course of history.
Yes.
So that is one.
Yeah. And they're not always cheered when they jump in that ring.
Yeah, that's true. And that the moment has changed, history has changed. I've worked with children for almost all my life, almost 45, 50 years. And I've seen those changes in the history. Of course, everyone was a child once, and most of you might be having your own children or your grandchildren. But it's quite surprising that for centuries, the dignity, freedom, rights, well-being of children has not been acknowledged globally. That has not been even articulated globally, that these children are also human beings and they have right to live like human beings with right to life and freedom and so on. So there was a moment, of course, very, very late, I would say, but of course we have to appreciate it. In 1989, only in 1989, when the UN Convention on the Rights of the Child was adopted. Mm-hmm. So we have acknowledged that children do have rights. There were other times when other UN conventions or ILO conventions have been adopted and then ratified by the world. One convention, for example, was adopted only in 1999 against child slavery, child trafficking, use of children in hazardous occupations, and so on. As you know that millions, hundreds of millions of children have been producing wealth at the cost of their freedom, their cost of their future, the cost of their dreams, and this is unacceptable. Yeah. But such an international law came to existence only in 1999. Yes. And I can elaborate on how did it come. Yes. Perhaps I have made some humble contribution in it. But of course, we all have something inside us. Yeah. If you are very learned person, very, very educated, if you are wealthy people, if you are people in power, it does not mean that it is because of just only your effort. In addition to it, if you still have compassion inside, if you still have transparency, if you still are truthful to others, if you make promises and don't just leave them aside, but you act on it, it is not because of your wealth and your power and your money and your knowledge. If you are truthful, it is because there is a child inside each one of you. Yes. And that child brings truth and transparency in your life. That child brings humility to learn more things in your life. So, every moment, I strongly believe that we have to keep that child inside us alive, so we can be lovable and truthful for others.
Yes.